So at least the headlines from BRICS are that our Reserve Bank Governor Malhotra ji is saying that all payment mechanisms of the BRICS nations should be linked so that we can carry out cross-border transactions using CBDCs, meaning in digital currencies, and those tokens will be exchanged. So there is no need for any dollar in between. That is implied. Obviously, they will not say it. It is just understood that two payment mechanisms will be linked. I am putting in rupees from here, and the person on the other side is getting it in rubles. The dollar has no role in between. So this BRICS Summit 2026, which we are hosting in Delhi in the second week of next month. In that summit, this is being discussed in order to promote local currency trade. That is what our Reserve Bank governor is saying. I have no news about it. He is the one saying all this himself. Okay, our viewers already know. I explained it 4 years ago when I said that all payment mechanisms will be linked, then the dollar will have no role. So the entire global financial structure will bring all these ideas to this BRICS summit to achieve Westlessness, to establish a sense of Westlessness. Now, this dollar-led unipolar multilateralism, which was established after the Second World War by setting up institutions like the United Nations and World Bank, that is now coming to its end, and a new era of multipolar regionalism is arriving. Earlier, it was unipolar multilateralism, meaning the United Nations, World Bank, WTO, WHO, etc., etc., which were institutions built to support a unipolar dollar-led world and were called multilateral bodies. Now, what will come is multipolar regionalism, meaning I am the boss in my region. This is my territory. So all those multilateral bodies will make rules in that way. Smaller countries around me will coordinate with me to make policies that support my interests in that way. Are you getting it? This is the primary difference between unipolar multilateralism and multipolar regionalism. In unipolar multilateralism, Pakistan would glare at me saying that they have American weapons. In multipolar regionalism, Delhi will tell Islamabad, I will protect you, so you should cut your own army budget. This is the difference between the two. Are you getting it? What is the difference between the two? In the first one, Pakistan is showing you its eyes, despite the fact that you are the bigger power in the region. Why can they show you their eyes? Because I am going to get dollars as well as weapons from America. In multipolar regionalism, Delhi will tell Islamabad, cut your army budget, we will take care of your security ourselves. If you need anything, we will even provide you with some assistance. This is the difference between the two. Obviously, it will take some time for this to be established, but a new era will start, an era of multipolar regionalism, as soon as de-dollarization is complete. So I do not think that the English language or the dollar has any role in any interaction in the middle anymore. I am speaking in Gujarati from here, and the person in front is understanding in Russian in real time. They are understanding in Mandarin Chinese, and a Tamil person is understanding in Tamil as well. Right? Whether it is Kannada, they are understanding Kannada in real time. English has no role in between. Just like I'm transferring rupees from here. He is getting it in rubles, one is getting it in yuan, a third is getting it in yen. The dollar has no role in between at all. In any interaction in the world after 2030, neither the English language nor the dollar has any role. So tech will have to support this in doing real-time translation and transcription. Okay, let us go. Whoever is learning English, brother. I did not even say that. I have been saying for 4 years that you should learn Russian, Chinese, Japanese, and Arabic. So you should understand that there is a tiny UK. Its English language has no role in the new world order. Now, obviously, the Colombia earthquake has happened. So I had said that all technology will be used because an American economic union has to be formed. So one after another, earthquakes everywhere have occurred in the last 6 or 7 months. So America has already misused whatever technology it has, And going forward, they will misuse it even more to create an American economic union. So this is going to be a small loss for multipolarity, that your hegemon country will then test every kind of new technology and weapons on you, especially if you are not following the line, if you are a small nation and you are not listening to the big nation around you, then all kinds of technological experiments can be done on you. Like in the South American continent, America has been causing earthquakes for the last 6 to 7 months. So multipolarity will work like this, right? Because these small nations are the ones who were challenging America because they were getting support from some foreign power. So in their region, they were challenging the big power, just like Pakistan was challenging us. So now when things reverse, there will obviously be consequences. Lashkar commanders were found dead after eating some food from an unknown place. So I just posted Hansa's photo saying, hello, have some food before you go. China is hoarding more gold in Hong Kong than Fort Knox, and everyone knows exactly why they are doing it. And here the Bank of Korea has started buying gold for the first time in 13 years. Okay, everyone understands what is happening. A financial reset is very close. Fewer Chinese youth are going abroad to study. 94% of Chinese students are coming back. 81% of ours are returning, but 94% of theirs are coming back. They are coming back. Obviously, now that Western countries have realized, man, that a financial reset is coming. So that whole dollar-based system, their hegemony where they used to spend dollars to buy up all the talent and skills from other nations, now that will reverse. Obviously, merit has to return. So there is an important office memorandum dated 22nd July 2026 from the Bharatiya government. This was released by the government's Department of Expenditure. Maybe no one in the media has covered this properly yet, but this is a very important circular from the government. And in this, all central government departments, entities and ministries are being told that you should set proper qualification and evaluation criteria for the procurement of consultancy services. You should decide them so that it does not happen that we are restricting fair competition, or that some firms, some big firms together are monopolizing the situation and all consulting tenders are going only and only to them. So this circular is very important, and it is important because some very shocking allegations have been made against Western governments about how these people are distributing consulting assignments. So in the last 2 years, like I have included some example cases here. There is the Deloitte case from 2025 in the US. So they have done a settlement of $34 million with investors over claims related to its audits of South Carolina utility and failed VC summer nuclear project. So there were two audits where Deloitte settled for $34 million in a settlement. Right. Why does anyone go for a settlement whenever allegations are made? United Kingdom. EY, Multiple Financial Reporting Council investigations and sanctions have been imposed on EY. Inquiry into Shell audit, after the firm admitted a senior partner had led it beyond independence rotation limits, meaning the statutory limit that a senior consulting firm partner can only take on so many audits. EY has already crossed that. Okay, we are talking about the 2021 audit failure. Then Deloitte again in 2025. Right. So I have included all such examples where serious allegations have been made. To the extent that in Australia, it was said that many senior partners, multiple senior partners even resigned because everything was caught. So here is another EY case from the Big Four where they allegedly accessed personal banking details of Prime Minister Anthony Albanese. I mean, look at the influence and power of the Big Four. personal banking details of Australia's Prime Minister. Right, there were criminal charges followed. EY 2026, I mean, we are talking about this year. Then Deloitte 2025, the Australian government's matter, they had to analyze whatever work was given, they used AI. 2025, they submitted the report with fake citations and footnotes. This is about Deloitte 2025. Netherlands, again, Deloitte, PwC, EY. So in every nation, so much has been found against the big four, not just crossing that nation's sovereignty, but there is gross negligence being found in auditing and what is called professional conduct. And partners are being caught. So the thing to see is that this 5-year circular is the current outcome of this government. But this government worked for 5 years first on how to bring indigenization to the consulting sector. So what exactly will be needed for its capacity building? Only then will Bharat's big four, those large consulting firms, be able to serve the world, which the Prime Minister mentioned 5 years ago. All these efforts started after that. So the thing to look at here is what is mentioned in this circular. It is very important for all of you to understand. Even if you are not a professional, you still need to understand it. What is this circular saying? This circular is saying this: a sample study of the government's e-commerce platform. In that, tenders over 3 financial years identified key problems. They studied 3 years. And what they understood was this, that there are excessively high turnover requirements in tenders. Meaning a firm whose turnover should be 500 crore rupees, 200 crore rupees, 100 crore rupees. Such criteria were deliberately set so that foreign consulting firms would get those tenders. Consulting. Greater weightage was given to the consulting firm's experience than to the qualification and experience of the proposed key personnel. Meaning, they gave more weight to just how much relevant experience that consulting firm has for the project itself compared to the staff of that consulting firm, actual team members who are going to take on the task, by ignoring their qualifications and experience. So the weightage for both was deliberately biased so that a foreign consulting firm could be selected for it. Minimum payroll staff strength far exceeding the actual manpower needed for the assignment. So terms were deliberately put in there that you must be paying this much salary to your staff. Only then can you even bid for this project. I mean, all 3 criteria, A, B, and C, seem like they were made just so PwC, KPMG, and Deloitte get them. They were designed in that way. So obviously, within the bureaucracy, you can understand what must be going on. Deepavali gifts and all that. So these practices that we are seeing end up limiting corrupt competition, right? So in a way, you have handed a monopoly to the big four. So procuring entities must strictly follow the Manual for Procurement, 2nd edition, 2025, which the government has released. In this, the government is saying that unjustifiably high thresholds risk limiting competition to a few large firms and should be justified or capped. So make simple benchmark criteria like pass or fail, and at least 3 to 8 qualified consultants must be selected. They must be shortlisted. What changes did the government suggest in the criteria? 70% for experience and 30% for financial capability. So the turnover of the consulting firm, at most you can set it at 200% of the assignment value. Meaning, let us say there is a consulting project. Suppose it's a 60 lakh rupee project. So if you write in the turnover that entities below 100 crore cannot even bid for this at all, obviously these projects will go to KPMG or PwC. So the government wrote here, only 200% of the assignment value. I mean, if the consulting contract is 60 lakh rupees, then 1 crore 20 lakh rupees. You will not put a turnover criteria higher than that over here at all. So in this way, the government has figured out all the things that were going wrong before. Secondly, there is also talk here about changing the criteria in technical evaluation. And then even in the sub criteria, it will be said Objective, not subjective, meaning the sub-criteria will not be decided by someone's mood at all. The sub-criteria should definitely be objective. So in this way, all the projects that were going to foreign consulting firms in a disproportionate and biased manner, this circular came to change that. And it came because in the last 2 years, so many governments of different nations, which are foreign countries, all these governments have been damaged so much by multinational consulting firms. After that, all this was caught, that all this kind of stuff was going on here in Bharat. Now here, this handle, there is a handle named Javed, and he has explained how many development projects across Bharat the church opposed and protested against and got them shut down. There is a whole thread on this, you can read it later. So there is the Kundamkulam plant in the south, then they got the Sterlite copper plant shut down. Then they got deep sea port projects shut down. The church has shut down so many projects by protesting against them. So those who do not understand that the church, when they get those free dollars, you know, they are getting them from that endless printing machine of reserve currency status. They get them to carry out anti-national activities. So obviously this is an army. It is the West's army that is operating right here in Bharat. And on top of that, while operating in our territory, our own people are being used. I mean, all those freedoms and rights. Misusing what the constitution has given, our own people are becoming their army and working against the nation. It is very important to understand this, that Western countries do not need to send their armies here, our own people. As soon as dollars are deposited in their accounts, they start working here as their army, whether it is Deepke Das or Dahiya or Dinesh Thakur or anyone else, Nilekani Azim Premji, Kiran Mazumdar Shaw, all these people who have received a lot of dollars, they will work on instructions from the West. So you have to understand that while they exercise their rights as Bharatiya citizens, they will be doing America's work while sitting right here. It is because they will get immunity, right? Like he says, it is my constitutional right to protest. So we have to understand that they are working here as the West's army. It is very important to understand this. Time and again, we actually know that money from Boston has been deposited into the accounts of people like Deepke Das. So they could be named the Boston Group. You should name them. I mean, they have come from Boston, an American group. You can call them that too. Anyways,